So the earthquake and worldviews, it's amazing how we all have different definitions of what went on. My first thought of the earthquake is, what am I doing wrong? Is it a sign from God? Do I need to fly straighter, to be righter? Stop having any vices or whatever. Another guy heard that the booze falls off the shelf, and he doesn't believe in God, but he likes to drink. He says it's a shame that booze got spilled. It's a shame. Then the communist says, oh, there's more people that we can take control of and manage their health care and tell them what to do, or there's less people to take care of. They're going to die. Maybe a communist would say that because they like to be the boss of everything. And then they like to be the god of everyone. And they want all the respect, or else they'll throw you out the window. And then, you got the atheists that it's just a physical happening. It has nothing to do with anything hidden, nothing spiritual in the realm, no character reason at all, no motive behind it, just random chaos. And it's a part of the universe that is doing whatever it's doing for whatever reason, which they don't know what the reason is. That's why atheism has no hope, because hope is a character trait, and they don't confidently expect anything but blackness. They believe that, like, before you're born, before you're given life, that you didn't exist. That's true. They think after you die, you don't exist. That's not the Christian worldview. That's called the one hope of the gospel. God raised Jesus from the dead. It says we believe that since God raised Jesus from the dead, we'll be raised from the dead too. The one hope of a Christian. It says it in Ephesians that there's one hope of your calling. And it says that, what did Jesus do? A quote, he brought life and immortality to light through the gospel. Life and immortality. That was one of the purposes of the gospel, to show everybody that's worried and doubting, and to refute everybody that doesn't believe it, even the atheist. Whether you accept it or not, that's your refutation. We stand or fall based on refutations. We're not going to get away from disagreements. It just isn't going to happen. God did what he could. Whether you believe it or not, that's up to you. But the way we interpret earthquakes and natural disasters, I guess the global warming worldview is, oh, man must be emitting too much gas, or something like that, and we need to control man because they're killing the earth. We need to save the earth. The Christians God is trying to save souls from their own sin. Communists, what are they trying to save people from? Not themselves. America was built on saving ourselves from the government, overbearing governments. So even with an earthquake, we're all thinking different things. And it just illustrates my point that worldviews matter. And they define how we even interpret an earthquake. And we got to be aware of that. We got to choose wisely. What worldview, what framework are we going to define the world with?